Welcome back to the Unnamed Project. Today we talk about wins, fails, and wins. All right, guys. So I was debating making a video about this and posting it and doing all that stuff, but you know what? We just started this. You guys have actually taken the time to support me, and I will tell you this story. I'm going to use something from the old military proverbs there. It's a poop sandwich, basically. So the good, the bad, and then the good again. So we'll start with the progress that we did. If you guys haven't been following along, go ahead and check a couple of these videos there. It'll catch you up to date. So this is going to be about 007 or 65 Ford. I'm pretty sure last week I said something that jinxed this week. I don't want to jinx it, but if everything goes well for next week, I should be able to button up everything. Take this thing out for a rip. Yeah, so went ahead, did a lot of work, kind of off camera a little bit, got a lot of work done. We got our exhaust system fully built. All our intercooler piping, or correction, just our boost piping fully done. Our oil stuff, you guys seen most of that already. All of our fuel lines we got taken care of. So the fuel lines in the sense of like fuel pressure regulator and the return line going back into the tank. The electrical, fully done. Oh God, I was so happy about that one. Our speedometer, we got our gauges working, all of our gauges, the ones that we needed at least, the very important ones. Yeah, we had all that done. A lot of test and tune here. Had a little bit of an issue with a water leak, so I had to do a quick weld to fix up a little seepage that I had. So yeah, we got all that stuff sorted out. Oh, I had a full tank of gas in there. I went out, do a little test on the road with it. Man, the thing functioned beautifully, like beautifully. The only thing is that it has super long gears into it. I think this thing is geared with 3-to-1 gears, like the factory highway gears. Ugh, yeah, so it ain't the best. Got most of the nonsense sorted out. The nonsense and the fact that, like, I'm thinking like the boring stuff, the stuff that I wouldn't want to watch if I watched a video. Came back in and then afterwards just said, you know what, we're gonna take this thing for a rip. So I had the camera set up. Everything was beautifully set up right next to me in the car. The only thing I had to do is move those fuzzy dice because of course they're in the way. And got on the highway, just oh my God, just started opening up. It was fun. It was fun. It was the satisfying feeling of having the car completed. You know what I mean? Like, you guys have done some projects and I know you know exactly what it is. When you turn around, you look at what you accomplished and you're like, wow, I did that and it works. Go off on the highway, go a little bit slowly, get some people trying to pass, and then just dump a gear, get the RPM up, and just keep going, right? Just whatever. You know what I'm talking about. We get on the highway. This part happens so fast, but I'm going to try to give you as many details as I can about this. So we're on the highway, open it up. I'm about midway through third gear, I'd say, roughly. And all of a sudden, I get a puff of smoke coming around the passenger area. And I'm like, huh, what's this? That's awkward. And then I try to hit the brakes. I'm like, I'm gonna pull over, go check this thing out. And I got no brakes at all. I'm like, what's going on here? Like the pedal is soft and I'm pumping. I'm like, what is going on? Then the engine stalls. There's something super weird going on here. So I thought maybe I threw a rod and it kicked out the line. I don't know. I don't know what was going on. I go to start pulling over. All of a sudden, I'm seeing some smoke. So I'm like, ooh, it really starts looking like a rod went out the side. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Pull over, and then as I start getting to a normal speed or a slower speed where I'm considering, just hitting the brakes or dumping into first gear and dumping the clutch, whatever, just to stop the car, I notice a whole pile of flames going around the car. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that. I've had a couple near-death experiences. They're never fun. The stuff going through my head at this point is what's going on? How bad are these flames? How quick are these flames going? And then afterwards, the other thing I'm thinking is that the car was YouTube ready, internet ready. There was still some stuff to do on it. The fuel tank, when I went around and played with the sending units and all that stuff, didn't quite seal up properly. So there's a little bit of fuel leaking. That's in the back of my head. Was I gonna talk about this? No. The car was internet ready, YouTube ready, right? People do this all the time. I'll just go for a quick rip, I'll get my footage, edit up a video, be good to go. But now this is in the back of my head and I'm thinking, oh my God, is the fuel tank on fire? What is going on here? So then, I'm not panicking. I'm really not one for panicking, but that one had me going. So managed to pull over, managed to pump the brakes enough that finally the car stops. I open the door to get out and the entire driver's side of the car has flames higher than the top of the car. So I'm looking through the door here. The door is wide open and all I see is these flames. And of course, I got the redneck outfit here. I got the shorts on with the flip-flop sandals, just having a good time. And I'm thinking, I gotta go through this thing. I don't know exactly where my head was and all that, but 1, 2, go. Just jump through the whole thing, through the fire and the flames, like Dragon Force would have said so well. And yeah, I'm out of the car. I have no hair on my legs right now. I got a little bit of red stuff going on with a little bit of blistering and all that, but I gotta say I got out pretty okay with that. My reflex obviously was to get out of the car, make sure everything was safe, shut the door, because you don't want air getting in there, so I shut the door back up. And then afterwards, I was looking at the car, and in my head, automatically, the car was gone. I'm like, this old car has 0 fire retardant stuff into it. There's fuel leaking everywhere. I'm like, that's it, the car is gone. I was actually conscious enough to get some footage to put in this video. Yeah, I got the footage, and then afterwards I was like, okay, so now this is a hazard, obviously. If this thing goes any further, then I start thinking about other people, right? Because I'm on the side of the highway at this point. So I call 911. Okay, this is taking a bit of a long time here. Had time to set up the camera. I'm like, geez, set up the camera. So, a little bit of footage there for you guys, obviously. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the whole, I won't say light flash before your eyes type of thing, but no, she was getting close because I had all this stuff going in my head and I'm like, geez, is this it? Is this it? I could have got out of the car and then, something could have blew up on me. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like it's really hard not to think of the worst stuff that can happen, but anyways, we're still here. That's the important part. I don't know how, but the car decides to put itself out. It just stopped. It just stopped completely. So there's no fire, there's no smoke, there's no nothing. And this is after the entire electrical system caught on fire because this car pulled a Christine on us. If you guys remember Christine? Yeah. So we got out of the car, this thing is honking at us, like honking. I kid you not, it's like beep, 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 beep. I'm like, is this Morse? Like, what's going on here? Super weird stuff going on. So the fan relay starts clicking on and off and all that. And I'm just thinking like, oh, great. Now the fuel pump's gonna start pushing all the fuel back into the engine. And I'm like, oh, geez. But no, it didn't for some reason. Then afterward, I was really happy I left the car in neutral when I got out because the starter relay clicks in. Something, I looked at it afterwards, what ended up happening is that the wires melted together and then basically the power touched the other side and then engaged the starter. So the starter is just going and going and going. Holy, that thing went on forever. Like I'm talking 10, 15 minutes just cranking. Full speed too, like never stalled. And all of a sudden just click. No injuries beside a little bit of burns on my legs, whatever, we don't talk about that, nobody cares. Most of the injuries obviously are to the car. So I went around. You can see right here a little bit of what's up there. It's, yeah, it's pretty bad on the driver's side and all that. And I found out, I believe I found out what the culprit is. So the failed part, the part that failed is this guy. This guy failed. Yeah, I kid you not, this guy failed. Who's gonna admit that one? This guy does. Your man Porter is gonna be as honest as he can with you because why not? I don't wanna be labeled as one of those, you know, set up montage shots, blah, whatever, right? So I found out when I looked into that whole section and the fuel pressure regulator was there and there's an inside, right? So the fuel comes in, high pressure, the outside that goes to the carburetor, right? The regulated pressure, and then the return line. So whatever is not used goes out the return line. So they're the same hose size, they're the same fitting size, and they're the same hose clamp size. So everything is the same. So I look at the pressure inside, and the hose clamp is closed to a certain extent. So I'm like, yeah, okay, that one's tightened. And then I look over and I'm thinking, well, did the return side pop off or did it burn off? But then I'm looking at it and the hose is barely affected at all. And the hose clamp, lo and behold, is almost all the way open. So in all that, the only thing I can see that happened is that the hose clamp was missed or not tightened enough or tightened awkwardly. I don't know. I don't know exactly what it was, but it is human error on my behalf. So it is what it is. All right. So yeah, we're in the poo section right now, obviously. Let's get some more bread in there. The good side, the car is still in one piece. The car is still in one piece and it looks badass now because there's like burnt paint all over it and it looks just, oh my God, it looks way better than it did before. It's a look that you cannot achieve cheaply. I'll put it that way. The whole driver's side of the car, yeah, it had the hardest part. So the turbo, part of the turbo melted, so I'm not quite sure I'll be able to reuse that one, but we'll check that out when we get into it. All the hoses melted, so all the fuel lines, all the boost reference lines and all that stuff, that's all gone. Part of my carburetor melted. All the springs that were under the hood, they all lost their temper, so they're all super long and stringy and they're kind of useless right now. Literally all of the electrical wire has melted, so we're gonna have an electrical episode coming up at some point here. But the car is still in one piece. The inside of the car is still in one piece. The outside of the car looks fine. One tire blew up, kind of to be expected. And I'll be able to do the rebirth of that car for you guys. I have to move on, so that car, it's gonna be on the back burner. Unfortunately, there's other stuff I gotta do here. It is gonna come back. Budget allowing is the big one. So You guys have built some stuff in the past, you know exactly the cost of stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be, it'll be a little expensive. Lucky for me, I have a parts car and the electronics, or correction, the whole electrical system is still good to go. So I'll be able to hot swap that. There's some other stuff though, obviously, that I'm gonna have to buy, manufacture, yeah, the good stuff. But I won't bore you with all that until the time comes. Okay, well, enough with the sadness here. You got my story. I thought it was important to share it, and I'll put in as much footage as I got, so that'll be good to go. Moving on here, we have to start working on pretty sweet engine I gotta start building here. It's for a really good friend, so we'll get that engine going. Most likely reinstall it, get a bit of footage for you guys, it'll be nice. And yeah, we'll just keep going for you guys. Your man Porter here, we're gonna sign out. I really hope you're gonna help me out as much as you can here. Comment, like, share, subscribe. And if you guys want to help out in any way, shape, or form whatsoever, I have nothing set up yet, but go ahead and leave a comment if you want, and then we'll arrange something. Any help here is appreciated, obviously. And yeah, we'll keep the projects rolling. We'll see you on the next one.